Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of State Champs Chat. Lauren is back, and she's
I
here with me.
am back. Yes. Hey, how are you guys?
And I'm Stephanie. Remember, this is your show, guys. It's about you. We're going to talk about you, sports, and what's trending. So first, we're going to talk about something that's a little interesting that's trending right now, which is Harbaugh's dad bod.
The dad bod is a trend that's in right now. A lot of guys are rocking it. Give them the definition?
Yeah, all over the internet. And according to Urban Dictionary, it is a man that resembles a sedentary lifestyle and someone that once had athletic properties but now does not. So
that's kind of cool.
These pictures, if you guys didn't see them, Harbaugh was hosting a satellite camp in Alabama and decided to take off his shirt and join the Skins team.
I know, he definitely was recruiting those SEC players. I know Nick Saban got mad, but Harbaugh actually said something. He goes, I'd like to see Nick Saban do this and take off his shirt.
Yeah,
so that's
when he took off his shirt, he said that because these camps have been really controversial.
Controversial but successful. He's gotten 3 kids recruited out of it, right?
Yeah, they've been huge, and because of his name, they've been saying, it's bringing a lot of attention to recruiting. 200 kids signed up in advance, and then another 200 showed up to this first camp. And so he's continuing his little satellite camp tour, and maybe he's going to keep rocking his dad bod on the tour.
I think he should. It's in. Everyone knows Harbaugh now by his dad bod. So
it was blowing up all over Twitter, all kinds of videos and memes about it. It was pretty funny.
It was really funny.
I got a few text messages about it.
Yes, definitely. And he's a little pasty, so you might want to keep that off a little more, get a little sunshine.
Maybe he's staying in the South, he'll get a little color. Now it's time to talk about our athletes of the week. And first, as an athlete, we chose an animal this week, and we chose American Pharoah. He just won the Triple Crown, the first one since 1978.
It's crazy, and I know his jockey actually, all the money that he won, gave it back to charity. I think it was Boys and Girls Club of America, which is seriously so awesome. First of all, they're great. The horse is a great athlete, and the jockey's a great person. So
yeah, that's awesome.
And
for those of you who don't know, the Triple Crown means that they won the Preakness, the Kentucky Derby, and the Belmont Stakes. So really cool. We wanted to give them a shout out this week.
Yeah, you guys go American Pharoah.
And maybe this will bring some more attention to racing, they said. Since this is the first one since 1978, hopefully it's bringing more money and attention to the sport, and people can value it.
I know, and I know after last year, California Chrome almost won the Triple Crown, won 2 of the 3, and so it's cool this year that we actually get to see that happen for real.
I think it did really up the viewership this year, given that last year it was so close.
I definitely think so too.
Our second athlete of the week this week is Bo Pickens from Brother Rice High School. We chose Bo because he is on the lacrosse team, just won a state championship with them, had a hat trick in their state championship, but also a little special story. He's ending a 15-year streak of having brothers in his family play at Brother Rice.
I know his older brother plays baseball at Michigan State, and his other older brother used to play football at Western Michigan. Now he's graduated, he's done, he's working onto the real world. So it's kind of cool seeing what schools that they've gone to, and now he is actually going to U of D Mercy.
Yeah, so he's going to be playing lacrosse there next year. So Bo, you're our athlete of the week this week. He's also the most decorated of his brothers when it comes to championships, because he had 3 state championships in football and 4 in lacrosse, including this year.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years in high school, 4 state championships. That's insane.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So, Bo, you are our second athlete of the week this week. So shout out to you for doing well.
You go, Bo.
Next, we're going to talk about some hot topics. The NCAA just gave some harsh allegations to UNC this past week. It's been an 8-month-long investigation, and now UNC must file a response within 90 days.
I mean, 8 months ago, they found out that UNC had a fake class given to athletes at the school. A professor was in on it. Most of the coaches, I think, knew about it. And they were giving these kids A+, A's, so the student athletes would be able to be eligible for playing sports because of up their GPA.
Yeah, the paperwork they just gave them listed 5 allegations. It said impermissible benefits to student athletes through 2002 through 2011, which is a huge period of time. It said a philosophy instructor provided extra benefits to the women's basketball team. That was the only team they directly called out. There weren't any coaches listed directly in these allegations. They listed a former UNC administrator, however, failing to help with an NCAA investigation, and similar to that, they also listed a former professor who failed to cooperate with the NCAA's investigation. And the final one was that they said the university overall, they said, well, clearly all this was happening and you failed to monitor this. So the university is at fault too, is what they said.
And who knows? I mean, I feel like a lot of people actually did know about it. It came out that a lot of people were aware of this, both professors, students, athletes, you know, everyone. So I think that it's weird. Was the university trying to cover it up, do you think?
And that's the question. And they apparently, it will take at least a year to give them any type of punishment, but they will have to face an NCAA committee hearing. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. And it brings up an interesting issue. The Chronic of Higher Education reports that the NCAA is in investigation of over 20 colleges and universities right now for NCAA violations.
That's crazy to think of that. I mean, I know these schools all want to perform well athletically, but at the same time, they are universities, which academics come first. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's very...
To me, I wonder if it has anything to do with, you know, the increased importance that is being placed on athletics right now. People are, you know, paying attention to athletics more and more. Money has become such a big thing with college athletics, and, you know, I think that universities are maybe not paying as much attention to it as they should be because they're so focused on the money that athletics is bringing in, and it's become way
I know, and even if you
deal.
think about something like even the students and the student athletes think that. You think about Ohio State's quarterback Cardell Jones tweeted last year, "I came here for football. I ain't come here to play school." I mean, you're there to play school, you know. So I just think it's a weird. I don't know.
It's a weird dynamic, and it seems like the universities need to not only get a handle on it themselves, but be educating their professors and their students about it. Because
I definitely think so.
Ultimately, they're the ones that are going to be held at fault, the university. If their professors do something wrong, UNC is being held liable for this. So it's important that they get everyone aware of this issue.
Definitely.
The next hot topic we're going to talk about is the MLB draft. Of course, this was huge this week. And a player from right here in Michigan that we've talked about before, he was one of our previous athletes of the week, Nick Plummer, was drafted to the St. Louis Cardinals.
He was actually drafted 23rd overall, which is insane. He's a great player, great hitter. He has some great statistics.
It's interesting because the Tigers had the 22nd pick, and he thought that he might go to the Tigers, especially after a couple weeks ago we talked about the GM of the Tigers gave him a special shout out at one of their events. And so he said he was kind of bummed, but their 22nd pick was a really good pitcher. So he said he was happy for them, and you know, he's just happy and ready to start playing.
I mean, he got drafted 23rd overall. Like, that's amazing.
His signing bonus is going to be something around $2 million.
And he's gonna perform really well. I mean, I think he's ready for it. He's strong. He understands the game, and I think he's ready to take advantage.
And to be selected first round at age 18 is pretty surreal.
Yeah, that's great for you, Nick. We're happy for you.
Speaking of the MLB draft, I got a lot of tweets this week because Kyle Funkhauser was drafted to the LA Dodgers.
Wait, Steph, is that your brother?
Funny, my brother is named Kyle Funkhauser, but he's actually 8 years old.
So maybe it's his long-lost twin?
Don't tell him that he's not on the Dodgers. He thinks he is.
Maybe it's his long-lost twin or something. Who knows? You guys got separated.
Yeah, Kyle Funkhauser from Louisville was drafted to the Dodgers, and he is now the highest draft pick in history of University of Louisville's baseball program.
And apparently he has this insane fastball that pitches 97 miles per hour, which is crazy to think about coming out of college, you know?
Yeah, and he even grew up outside of Chicago, where I'm from, so I think somehow we might have to be related. I need to meet him somehow. I'm going to make this happen. Next, it's time for our Score or Fumble. This is Kiara's favorite segment, so I'm sad she can't be here, and I know she would have a big opinion on this. But do you think that LeBron James is a score or fumble? Had to bring this one up given the Cavs game was last night, playoffs going on right now. What do you think?
Okay, well, I have a little bit of an opinion on this. I think LeBron is a scorer on the court, but off the court, I think he's a fumble. I think on the court, he's amazing. I mean, he scored 40 points in the last game, brought the Cavs win number 3 during the finals. But I think off the field, I mean, he's I don't know. He always wants to be in the spotlight. He basically coaches the team. The coach doesn't even coach.
That's why I have to say I honestly think LeBron James is a fumble. I'm not denying that he is one of the best players in the history of basketball, maybe the best. That's what a lot of people say. I'm not denying his skill set. That's definitely there. But he just thinks that he owns the team and everyone lets it happen. The coach was being interviewed before one of the playoff games and said, is the team ready, coach? And he said, LeBron has the team ready.
I know. The coach is a puppet. I mean, LeBron tells him, you say this, he says it.
Yeah,
you do this, he does it.
In the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls, LeBron was supposed to pass it and he said, no way. Granted, he made the shot to win the game, but it's almost as if he thinks he's the coach of the team and he is coaching the team, and I think I don't know. I think LeBron James is a fumble. I'm also a huge Steph Curry fan. Riley Curry is my girl and love Steph Curry. And I know that's what Kiara would say because she really likes Steph Curry. So I think she would agree with me.
Who doesn't like Steph Curry? Everyone likes Steph
he's
Curry.
pretty
I say he's
likable.
a scorer.
Yeah, same.
Obviously.
He's pretty likable. I think that's the thing with him is he's really humble, and I think he's great on and off the court.
I think so too. Definitely have to agree with that.
Now it's time for our clip of the week this week. Interesting clip. This is a rugby player from Lindenwood University in Missouri, and after this weekend, she is now known as the Rugby War Goddess. She broke her nose in the first tackle of a game and continued playing.
I know, it's crazy. She's this tough girl that just went in head first for this tackle, and I mean, she just ran off. Yeah, she ran off the field, just spitting out blood, like nothing's
nothing
wrong.
happened, and it blew up all over Twitter. And she said she was laughing that they were calling her a rugby war goddess, but she said in reality, she's glad that the media is shining the spotlight on her sport. She hopes it encourages more people to come, and she said, I think this can make girls realize you're tough enough too to play this sport. And
exactly, and I think it kind of gets rid of the whole idea of sexism too, because it's a girl playing a typical guy's sport, tackling. I think it's cool. I think it's a really
I thought
cool
this
thing.
was a great video to share. I think it's inspiring to you guys that you guys can do it too.
Yeah, I agree.
And coming up on State Champs this week, there's only two more episodes of State Champs left in this season, which is crazy.
I know.
A lot of state finals action this week and the Piranhas Lacrosse Player of the Year Award presentation. You'll see that, so make sure to tune in Sunday at 9 a.m. on Fox Sports Detroit. Thanks for hanging out this week with us, guys.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys on Sunday.